Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel. Great title, Splatter University. Let's check it out. This is the mental ward, and they have a missing patient.
Well, it doesn't look like he's in here.
No. I'll alert security. Why don't you talk to these people? Maybe they know where he is.
Yeah, listen, don't forget to check the bathroom. Last week he found one guy trying to take bath in the toilet.
Patient's name is William Graham.
What the hell are you doing here?
They found him. And that's a knife to the penis. 3 years later at this college.
Who is it?
That's the teacher. With one dead professor, they need a new one now. This is Julia.
Let's see. We graduated cum laude. Transcript 1.
And this is Father Jensen, Julia's new apartment
Some
neighbor.
of the other tenants have been complaining it's being left open. And, I really don't blame them with all the kooks running around killing people they don't even know. It seems to me if you're going to kill someone, you at least know them real well.
Local students.
What? Yeah, it's a nickel bag. Why are you charging $6? Inflation. That's the last time I'm buying any shit from any business major.
Pot smoking students.
Always hanging out at the stairs. So, the requirements.
Julia's first day in
The requirements
class
for this course will be to show up, occasionally,
with some very interested students.
a final and a term paper.
Exam. Hard study when I got the answers written right on the back.
Students doing student
Yeah,
things.
it doesn't help me any.
Hey, it's multiple choice.
What's that?
Hey guys, let's party! Hey guys, hey, look.
I think one of those girls is going to be our next victim.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Julie meets Mark.
Well, I'm going to have a scotch. What would you like?
A little wine if you have any.
Yeah, I think I can handle that.
Sorry this place is such a mess.
Making out at the drive-in.
Knocked up.
Leaving your car and getting killed.
What was that?
What, John?
I thought I heard somebody scream.
It's a horror movie. What do you expect?
Coming back to find your girlfriend dead.
Couldn't find him, Cat. So what, are you mad at me or something? Come on, you coming back here or what? Okay, go ahead, see if I give a shit. I'll watch the movie.
You transferring out already this year for the semester? You transfer out every semester.
You ever had Cat last night? No, what? She got killed in driving.
Oh shit, what was playing?
You mean the girl who was murdered here last semester? No. Why should he? I mean, I don't even think he knew her.
Oh, Julie, you knew her all right.
The night she was murdered, everyone suspected he had something to do with it.
She's talking about Mark.
Why would they think that? Because they had something going and it just suddenly broke off.
Well, nonetheless, Julie decides to investigate Mark on her own by breaking into his apartment. And then breaking into his desk. While her friend waits outside. And here comes Mark. She finds some interesting headlines locked inside that desk. She manages to escape just as Mark is coming home. But she forgot to clean up her mess. course, her friend had to beep the horn to make noise. Busted. Back at school. Stinky odor must be from body. Yep. Here we have a girl sitting on the toilet and decides to graffiti the wall while she tinkles. She's got a visitor in the next stall.
Julie, I tried calling you on the phone, but you hung up on me. Let's straighten everything out.
What are you doing here?
Going somewhere?
What's it to you?
Now listen to me. You think you know something, but you're wrong.
Am I?
Back at school, Father Jensen pulls out his cross, his favorite cross. What does that mean? He pets it, strokes it.
What I know before I leave.
Julie goes to visit him.
And if you don't believe me, will you find out for yourself soon enough?
What's troubling you, my dear?
I think I know who did it.
Did what?
Killed Cynthia and Kathy.
Punished for my sin and the loss of my limbs. It wasn't until after I repented that I regained my strength. Oh God,
It wasn't Mark.
Oh my God.
Next in the year, allow your soul to stand to hell like the others.
He then chases Julie through the halls of the college there and catches her.
Julie!
And just when you think Julie's going to be our final survivor, she's not. Father Jansen calls the police, hangs up his cross. Mark finds the body, confronts Father Jansen.
What are you doing here? Did you break in?
Takes a look at the cross on the wall, which wasn't bleeding a second ago, but now is. And he realizes that's our killer.
Interesting case, Doctor.
Who is he? Calls himself Father Jansen.
A priest?
No. Real name is Daniel Graham. Escaped from Bellevue several years ago. Disappeared from sight. He's been impersonating a priest for the last 2 years at St. Trinity's.
For 2 years, huh? That's really something. I wonder how he got away with it. Don't they check references at these schools?
All right, let's talk about Splatter University. Great title, right? Rented this from City News and Video. It was a video store that existed in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. It's long gone now, but it was a great store. This is a movie. It's a slasher pick. It was filmed in 1981, although apparently from IMDb they said that when they were done with it, there was only 65 minutes, so they went back and filmed another 14 or so and made it a 79-minute movie or 78-minute movie, or whatever it is. So anyway, Splatter University. So we have a mental institution where a guy escapes. He kills an orderly. We don't really see the killer, though. We just know it's happening. Kills an orderly and then escapes. Ends up going to some college and kills there as well. So then we fast forward a little bit. Some time has passed, maybe a year or two, I'm not sure exactly. And a new woman, I think her name is Julie, or Julia, I can't remember exactly, but she's going to the college to be a new professor there. And young little woman, and doesn't get a lot of respect from her students. Her students are a bunch of assholes, actually. She learns that the classroom that she's in, a previous teacher there had been killed. Maybe a few months earlier, I'm not sure. So some people think that the classroom is jinxed. it's like must be like a Catholic college or something, because the father who's in charge of this, he's this guy in a wheelchair, tells her the story about what happened there, and said, you know, some previous teachers quit instead of taking the job because they were spooked by that, which seems highly unlikely to me, but whatever. So anyway, as you would expect, then a bunch of people start getting killed one by one. Not a ton of kills in this movie, but there's a few, one by one. Julia decides to do some investigating on her own, whatever. And she thinks it's this other guy, and she even breaks into his apartment at one point to try to get some proof. His name is Mark. Well, she ends up being wrong about that. She goes back to the father to explain, Father Jensen, I think is his name, what she's found out. And she says, I think it's Mark, but turns out it's not Mark, it's the father. And then he gets up from his wheelchair. Apparently he can walk, and he has this cross hanging on the wall, pulls out this cross, and there's a knife in it. And then he starts stalking Julia through the hallways of this college. And so, you know, you think she's going to get away and she's the survivor, but no, she gets killed. The father kills her, goes back to his office, sits down, and calls the police. And then I think it was Mark who came in then and confronted the father about it. And then he saw the cross on the wall and it has some blood dripping from it. So he realizes something is wrong. Nothing really happens there, though. Then they just cut away to, at some point in the near future, these two orderlies are talking over Father Jensen, who's been readmitted to this home. He was the mental patient who escaped. And they're like, how did this guy get a job? Don't they check references? Blah, blah, blah. And that's how our movie ends. Father Jensen babbling away inside his mental ward once again. That is Splatter University. Now, this movie actually got a DVD release quite a long time ago, not the greatest copy in the world. It has had a Blu-ray release since then. In fact, I think it's not all that recently, or I'm sorry, kind of recently when that happened, last year or two. I was actually going to buy it in one of the Black Friday sales this past month, but I ran out of money. I bought too much stuff from the companies as it was, so didn't have room to get the Blu-ray for Splatter University. Maybe next year, right? Or maybe during the sale in Memorial Day when that happens. But anyway, that is it. Splatter University, great title. Not a great film, though, to be honest with you. There's no nudity in this movie, for one thing. They could have used some, and you'd think with the college sorority and everything going on there, there'd be a lot of hijinks and boobs and stuff, but no, not a boob or a butt to be seen in the whole damn film. Damn. But anyway, that's it. Not the greatest acting, too, by the way. Just to throw that in there also. So anyway, that's it. Check out Splatter University. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.